Today we will discuss inserting different objects in a slide. Objects of a slide means text, pictures, audio, video, shapes, word art, charts. All these things are known as objects of a slide. They can be inserted on a selected slide. So these are the basic objects that are inserted in a slide. Except this, other objects are also there. So according to the syllabus of class 5 of ICSE, inserting different objects are covered for inserting word art, inserting shapes, and inserting pictures. First, we'll start with inserting word art. For that, open a blank presentation. For inserting any object, we mostly use this insert menu tab. From here, first we'll insert word art. For inserting word art, we will go to this insert tab, then we'll select text. Under this text option in ribbon, we can see some options are there. Here we will get word art. Click on it, you will get many options of word art. Now what is word art? Word art is a special gallery. You can see this is a gallery. It is a special gallery to add artistic effects to the texts. Word art effect is mostly applied to headings, subheadings, slogans or quotes in a presentation. That means wherever we want to display our text or highlight our text in an important manner, that means we want to show to the public some important information like heading or slogan, then we use this word art to display the text in a more attractive manner or stylish manner. So word art is a gallery of some predefined styles. You can see I have selected word art and it is displaying some inbuilt designs or styles for the text. Whatever I will choose, that type of style will be applied to our text. So it is giving this many options, this many styles it is giving. So this is called a gallery. Like in your phone there is a gallery for photos. All the photos are kept in the gallery. Similarly, here different styles are there. These styles are kept in this word art gallery and they are predefined. That means already previously they are inbuilt within the PowerPoint system. Now you can choose any word art of your style. Suppose I choose this one. It will be applied here and it is a placeholder. A placeholder will come which will show you to like this your text here. That means you have to type your text here. This is just a placeholder. Placeholder means by default it gives a text. That is the placeholder. That means you have to put your own text in this place. So after inserting the word art, you see that a text box has been applied to your slide. This text box with the message your text here. So you have to remove this message because this is just a placeholder. You have to put your own message. Suppose you want your own message So you can delete it like this. See, I have written the text as computer studies. So I have made it a heading, as this computer studies is like a heading. So I have focused on this heading to make it more attractive, to make the heading more attractive so that it gets the attraction from the public. I have applied the word art style to my text computer studies. Now this next, some text boxes are already given by default. If you don't need them, you can delete it. Just select on the text box. When it becomes solid line, then press on delete key on your keyboard. Now we will insert a text box for writing any text in our document. For inserting a text box, to go to this insert tab, then text. Under this text you can get text box, word art. So word art is also a text box, but it is a special type of text box which contains some gallery of styles, stylish text. But text box, if you click, this type of inverted cross sign will appear. You have to click and drag it, it will become a black plus sign. You have to hold the left mouse button and drag it and leave it. So a text box will appear. So there is a difference between this word art and text box. Word art is the special text box which contains a predefined text style, but text box is a simple text box for writing general text. But if you insert a text box and you don't write anything, it will vanish. For that reason, you have to insert the text box and write something here. Without writing, if you click on outside, the text box will vanish. For that reason, it is better to write. And when the border becomes plus, when the border becomes solid line like this, then you cannot write anything, but you can move it. To write something on the text box, you have to double click inside the text box. See, I have double clicked, now a cursor appears, now you can type it. So these are some rules that you should follow while writing in text box. If the text box is blank and if you click on outside, the text box will vanish. This is rule number 1. And if the borderline of the text box is solid, then you cannot write anything. This is rule number 2. For this, for writing in the text box, you have to bring back the solid line of the border to dotted line. For that, you have to double click within the text box. Now a cursor sign will appear, then you can write on the text box. So these 2 points you have to keep in mind while using the text box. So let me write something here. So I have written a text here. Now you can resize it according to your wish. To edit the text within the text box, you have to select the border line of the text box. When it becomes a solid line, then you can apply the font size, font style to this text from here. From the home tab, you will see you can select any font style. You can increase or decrease the font size. You can color the text from this font color. This is the font color. So to format the text within the text box, you have to select the border of the text box to make it a solid line. Then only it will get selected for applying the formatting. And for writing within the text box, you have to double click within the text box. Then it will become dotted line. Then the border of the text box will become dotted line. So these are very important things to remember while using the text box. Now, specifying alignments. The text within the text box can be aligned. Alignment means alignment in a PowerPoint slide means position of the text with respect to the border lines of the text box. By default, the alignment within a text box is left align. That means the text is aligned along the left margin of the text box. See here, the text starts from this left margin of the text box. If there are more than one line, suppose there are two lines, both the lines will start from the left margin of the text box. You can see here in both the lines they have started from the left margin. However, the lines in the lines, you see there are variable spaces. The white space after both the lines are not the same. Here the white space is small, here the space is large, because both have started from the same point, but it is a small sentence, so it is having a large white space in the right side, whereas the first sentence is a large sentence compared to the second one, and it is also starting from the same point, from the left margin of the text box. So as it is a long line, as the first line is the long line, so it is having small white space remaining in the right side. So you can see the measure of the remaining space, on the right side of both the lines are different. So this type of configuration or this type of alignment is called left alignment, where all the lines start from the left side at the beginning from the same position, and there may be different measure of the right margin. So this alignment is called left alignment. Now, center alignment. In center alignment, it means all the lines in a slide are aligned to the center of the text area margin or the text box. The lines may not be of equal lengths, but the text looks equidistant from left as well as right margins within the slide. You can see these two lines are having different lengths. The first line is longer than the second line. Now if I apply this center alignment from here, you can see under home tab paragraph section the alignments are given here. There are 4 types of alignments: left, center, this is left, this is center, this is right, This is justify. Left already I have told. If you want to make the text as center, click on center. Now you see both the lines have now in center position within the text box. That means both the lines have come to center of the text box. They are equal in distance from the left margin also, from the right margin also. First line is longer than second line, so there is small space between the left margin and the text. The right side also, right margin and the text, there is small space because the first line is longer. Second line is shorter than the first line, so there is a large space in the left side also, right side also. And the spaces are of equal length in the left side, right side. In each line you see, in this line you see, the left side also same distance, right side also same distance from the left and right margins. In the second line also you see, from the left margin this line is of same distance as it is from right side. From the right margin, from the right margin to this right side of the text, here also the distance is same as in the left side. So the texts may not be of equal size, but the distance from left and right margins are equal in center alignment. Now coming to right alignment or align right. Here you have to again select the text box, then click on right, align right. The shortcut key is Ctrl+R. When you align right, you see now the right margin of the text box is uniform. That means all the lines in this text box are having the same position in the right margin. However, the spaces in the left side are of different length because first line is longer, already I have told, first line is longer, so the distance from the left margin to this line is smaller, and the second line is shorter than the first line, so the distance from the left margin to this line is longer in the left side. But as it is right alignment, so both the lines end at the same place in the right side, so it gives rise to the right alignment. Now next is justify. Again select the text box, then justify. Justify aligns the content in such a way that the text looks even from the left and right margins. In this alignment, extra space is added between the words automatically, if necessary. So, as these are two separate lines, you will not get a clear idea. For this, I have to type a complete sentence, not two lines separately. I have to make one line. I have to create a paragraph, then only I will be able to make you understand about justify. Here you can see I have written a paragraph. Previously, those two lines were treated as separate paragraphs. As you give full stop, they can be treated as separate paragraphs. But now I have continued the same line. I have not pressed any enter key. I have continued the same line. For that reason, it is a complete paragraph. This much is the complete paragraph. and by default it is align left, so you can see that all the lines in this paragraph start from the same position in the left side, but the right margins vary in length. But if you do justify in this paragraph, you will see some difference. Let me do justify. See, in justify you can see that left side is also uniform, right side is also uniform. Uniform means even, smooth. In the left side also it is very smooth, in the right side also very smooth. So it looks nice to the eyes. To make like this, an extra space is added between the words automatically. So you can see that in this second line, a long space is added between these two words, in, PowerPoint, also. Why this space is added? This space is automatically added by PowerPoint to make it justify, so that it can look even from the left side also, from the right side also. See, it has automatically adjusted the left and right side so that there is no space in the left margin or right margin, so that it looks uniform in both the sides, and for that reason it automatically gives some spaces between some words. You cannot do it your own. Automatically MS PowerPoint will do it for you. These spaces will be given by MS PowerPoint automatically. These spaces will not be given by you. These spaces, it automatically creates its spaces to adjust it to the justify mode. After selecting the text box, you can apply these 4 types of alignments, and the shortcut keys for them are: for align left it is Ctrl+L, for center it is Ctrl+C, for right it is Ctrl+R, and for justify it is Ctrl+J. Now you can rotate this text box. This is the text box, you can rotate it. You see there are some points given. These points are for resizing the text box. That means you can resize it as per your need. By holding the corner of the text box with the help of mouse, click on it, it becomes a plus sign like this, then drag and adjust the size you want. See, I am adjusting it in any way I want. Now after adjusting, you can rotate the text. How to rotate? You see this sign, a rotation sign like this arrow is given. When you put your mouse cursor over this sign, you can see a black colored rotation sign is showing. Now click on it and drag it. Either in the clockwise direction you can drag, or in the anti-clockwise direction you can drag. You have to hold the mouse, you cannot leave the mouse. Holding the mouse you can drag it. Now in whichever position you feel it is suitable for you, you drag it up to that position and then leave the mouse button. You will see the text will be rotated. Then you click on outside, it will be applied like this.